Shanti. This is the continuation of the previous session. In the previous session, we talked about how we are souls who reside in the Supreme Abode originally and come at different times to play our parts, right? Even if you remember, Shakespeare had mentioned in his limited play that we all are actors. Okay. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exists and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. Okay. So we understood we come at different times, play our parts, right, in this world, and we understood on what basis it is decided when each soul will come in this world. There is so much depth in this. When you go to Raj Yoga part 2, okay, of the study, where you uh, will listen the live Gita, okay, or you can say directly study directly from the Supreme, you will be able to understand this very clearly with so much depth or the supporting information related to this. Okay, right now this foundation course is based on making you believe what we are making you believe the basically the truth, okay, which we need in order to achieve the results we have been looking for and waiting since long time, okay, and also bring you the awareness of okay, things that we are holding, it cannot help us reach to the complete truth, okay. And of course, the time to recognize the divine, that this information is not coming from a human being, but God Himself has arrived in this world, which we'll cover at the end of this session. By the end of this session, you will have the clarity on that. Okay. So mainly in this session, we are going to talk about, or you can say, answer the question like, then, okay, if everybody is pure, then why everybody is not behaving as such? Okay. There are two reasons for that. Okay. One of the reason we'll cover in this session. Other reason we'll cover in the future session. Okay. And apart from that, if you would like to know more, definitely you can reach out to us. Okay. So everything in this world goes through the 4 stages. Okay. Very, very important. This law of nature cannot be changed in any circumstances. Okay. This is the universal truth, whether it's the body or soul. We are so much familiar, okay, in the physical sense, that how things in the world goes through 4 stages. Okay, let's take season, right? Or sorry, let's take a day first. Okay, we if you look at the day is divided into 4 phases: morning, afternoon, evening, and night, right? Winter, especially the seasons also divided, right, into 4 phases as well: spring, summer, fall, winter. Okay, if you really look at the the stages of the human growth, you can also say that okay, we go from childhood, adolescence, adulthood, and old age, right? So what is it telling us? Okay, there is one common thing, okay, which is seen, right, in this examples, which is telling us that, oh, okay, things don't remain the same, right? We can see how we are in the morning, right? How the morning gives us the feeling versus the afternoon, evening, or night. Okay, we can see that everything in the world, okay, don't remain doesn't remain the same. Okay, it goes through the transformation, right? From higher stage to the lower stage. Okay, feeling good to bad. Okay, from its original state to disordered stage, pure to impure. Okay, healthy to weak, right? So that's what we are talking about. Okay, those 4 stages are known as Sato Pradhan, Sato Samanya, Rajo Pradhan, and Tamo Pradhan. Okay, it is dominated as Sato, Rajo, and Tamo. Okay, in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. All right. Sato, basically, sorry, it's presented as Sato Rajo Tamo in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, Pradhan means dominance. Okay, so we were saying, right, the position, when we are talking about the positions of the soul, souls who are powerful, okay, and pure, they are seated on the top. Okay, they are placed on the top of, or the positions are decided according to this criteria. Okay, and souls who have the dominance of Rajo and Tamo, okay, gunas, these are known as gunas, which is attributes, modes. Okay, we will understand this little better, okay, in our future session. I just don't want to take so much time here, but just to bring that point that as soon as soul takes a body, it has to, basically, it is decided that soul will go past this stages, okay, regardless if you want or don't want. Okay, it operates from three gunas, okay, which decides these stages. Okay, so as soon as the soul takes a body, by default it has to choose, right, through which mode it's going to operate. Just like if you have a new computer, you can have two iOS and Windows, right, in the same computer. As soon as you turn on the computer, you have to select, okay, what mode you want to have your computer operated, okay, which operating system. You select window, everything, okay, the outlook is going to be the functionality of the computer, the app, it will be based on that operating system. Okay, similarly here as well. Okay, when soul comes, it sets in the default, it has to set an operating system here as soon as it comes. So based on the sanskars, you have understood about mind, intellect, sanskars, right? Again, this is a topic of conversation. Can't confuse you by really talking a lot about it. So if you are interested, let's talk. Okay, so sanskar, based on the sanskars, okay, if you have really created, right, we use mind and intellect. So everything that we see, we hear, okay, we use that to make a judgment of what is right and wrong, which creates an impression, a mentality, a belief system. Okay, if that belief system is pure, okay, which we call as sato, okay, we automatically it chooses the sato mode. Okay, and based on that, you perform actions. Okay, so the souls who have that sato sanskars dominant, they sit on the top and they come first. So as soon as they take the body, they're sitting in the sato mode, and they come into the new world of happiness, which is also known as heaven, which we'll just talk about it in a minute. Okay, so very, very important. Right now, okay, if you want to have your sato stage, right now, by default, we are in the joint tamo. Okay, the way our behavior is right now, way our mentality is, belief system is, it falls under the joint tamo. I will prove that to you, okay, by showing you the characteristics of that in the future session. But right now, the focus is basically to tell you that everything in the world has to go through the stages, okay, go from pure to impure, okay, and that's why we are experiencing sorrow right now, okay. So the stages are known as pure, semi-pure, semi-impure, and impure, okay, which we, sato pradhan is the dominance of the quality of purity, okay, you can say, of truth in purity. And then we have that is semi, you can say semi, which is little bit less, okay. And then we have the quality of activity and passion, which is referred to as semi-impure. And impure, it's referring to the quality of ignorance and darkness. Okay. So semi-pure is also refers to as ordinary purity, okay, versus the highest purity. All right. So let's focus on the world as well. Okay, so this whole world, okay, the world also goes through 4 stages, okay, which we say golden age, silver age, copper age, and iron age, Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, Kali. Okay, as name is given, golden, all the souls who are gold, okay, possess the Sato sanskars, they will get the entry in it. Okay, in the golden age. In silver age, all the souls who are semi pure, which is basically is compared with the metal silver, they will come during that age. Souls who are less soul conscious, which is refers to the metal of copper, they have more body conscious, they are more sensitive, they are basically are more prone towards just enjoying body conscious pleasures. They are referred to as copper. Okay, who are who are more sensitive, right? With the things happening around them. Okay, copper and the iron age will tells us that soul who are basically weaker, less soul conscious stage, weak intellect will come there. Okay, the iron, it gets rust really fast, right? The value of gold is higher. It talks about the value of the metal, accordingly the value of the soul. Okay, so in here everybody, when it doesn't matter when everybody comes, they all go through these stages. Okay, Sato, Rajo, and Tamo. All right, so it's very, very important to know. We say golden age and silver age, which is referred to as heaven. Copper age and iron age referred to as hell. Okay, so all the souls who come in the golden age and silver age, they are known as deities. Okay, the one who imbibe the divine virtues, who have we have the praise for that 16 celestial degrees, completely non-violent, right? Completely pure, following the code of conduct. Okay, so they are the righteous souls. And those souls going through the cycle of birth and death, they themselves become impure as well. Okay, and by the time they come into the copper age, okay, they forget themselves who they are. Okay, so the one of the biggest qualification of the souls in the heaven is they are always soul conscious. Okay, so there is a chart actually. This is also a good picture here to understand. Like we can relate in the unlimited sense: morning, afternoon, evening, night. Okay, the souls who have Sato dominant sanskars, they would come there, and the soul who have the Rajo and Tamo dominant sanskars, they will come at night. Okay, but soul does, this is a journey of the soul. Doesn't matter when soul comes, they all have to become pure to impure. Okay, so that's why we can't really expect anyone to be completely good at this time. Okay, but very important to know is in this, there is one chart here that I want to show it. Okay. Okay, as you can see this, you can study this on your own. Okay, but it's basically telling you that outlook of the golden age and silver age. Many of the scriptures that we have been reading, okay, they are not providing the complete clarity. Again, remember scriptures, there are a lot of changes occurred in the scriptures. Nobody knows what's real. So that's why God has to come and reveal the truth. Okay, but the truth is basically in heaven, there is no sorrow. We have been hearing so much there is sorrow. Or if there is heaven, they will say, okay, if they follow this religion, then only they come to the heaven. No. When you follow the religion of brotherhood, soul consciousness, when we live up to the vision of who we are, then only we are qualified to go. Okay, so you can see the characteristics of the soul, the outlook of the heaven. There is one religion, one language, one opinion, one clan, one country. Okay, there is no two relationship in Satyuga. So everybody is a father, children, mother, father, children. There are only three relationship. There is no attraction towards the body. We are self-controlled, mind and intellect. We don't use it in in the golden age. Okay, we operate from our natural soul conscious sanskars. We have pure vibration. That's why the world remains pure for a long time. So depending on our vibration, the outlook of the world is decided. Okay, that's why it is named as Swarga. Swarga means the one who went into the stage of the self. Okay, where 5 elements are perfect. We live in the pure household. Okay, we don't really experience the sensual pleasures through five vices. Over there, the children are born through the power of yoga without even, you can say that initially don't even have to touch, just by through seeing each other or through the vibration. The first generation are born without even touching, and then through the connect, just looking at it, eyes, okay, exchanging love through the eyes. Also, the children, the progenies, okay, the created. Okay, so that is the place where it's completely viceless. There is no negativity, impurity. Deities look pure. We are worshipping those deities. They were the elevated human beings. Okay, in the temple right now, they are the only ones which are worshipped. Okay, in the temple, this is the reason. Okay, they followed. Right now, God is here. Right, they recognized to God and followed His direction, and that's why they have attained that achievement. Okay, without any adulteration or mixturity. When you imbibe the complete truth, you go. In contrast, if you really look at from the copper age, okay, what is right now, look at the outlook of the world. Many religions, language, everybody is saying, oh, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, okay, this is who we are. I belong to Sanatanam, I belong to the Christian, Hinduism, I belong to this, I belong to that. Okay, but we forget whenever we forget who we are as a soul, that's when this duality begins. That's why copper age is called Dwapar, where duality begins. Golden and silver ages are known as Advait, where there is no duality. Okay, right now everybody have understood things in a wrong way. The human beings have misinterpreted, have just created some sort of explanation which is not taking us anywhere. There is no detachment right now. We are becoming more body conscious. The information we receive, it should bring us more towards inwards. Okay, operate from Satoguna, but we are going towards more and more towards Raju and Tamoguna through the information we are receiving. So very, very important. This is the time we need to clean our intellect, okay, replace with the right information if you want to practice meditation. Okay, so right now we are in the world of hell. Okay, if we follow the right, if we would, everything would be right, we would have been, this world would have been golden age by now. Okay, so we know that, okay, all these opinions, multiple opinions, body relationship, right now, all this lust, anger, greed, attachment, ego, we don't even have any education about it. We don't even know how we are operating, and we are saying that whatever I believe is right. Okay, how does that really support? Okay, so in here it's very, very important. We are living in the world of hell. Ignorance is the characteristics of tamoguna. Okay, so we are operating from Rajo and Tamoguna. In here, the world of hell, we are more attached to body, bodily pleasure, awareness of the body only, not the soul. We are powerless. We are controlled by the senses. We have imbibed demonic qualities. We have lost the self-control, weak intellect, world of false, Naraka. It is also known as Narak. One means one who is created by the human beings. Everything is happening based on human beings' opinions. Okay, this is also called jungle of thorns. Its five elements are in the worst state. It's harmful, place of quarrel, fights, insecurity, stress, fear, worry, pain, sorrow. Okay, celestial degrees. Deities used to be 16 celestial degrees, which is the indication of the quality, actually, which is the referring to the quality, the power in the soul, measurement of the power in the soul based on the quality of truth and purity. Okay, so we have become from 16 celestial degrees in the copper age, 8 celestial degrees, that is showing that how the degradation of the soul is happening. Okay, and now we have almost kind of becoming Kalahim. Okay, almost less than 1%, 2% of celestial degrees. Okay, so you can 1 celestial degree, so very minimum amount. So we can see we are degrading. Okay, we are living in impure household path, constant misunderstanding, increasing account of sins. So looking at that, okay, this again, we are in the adharma. We are following immorality. Okay, Kalaha Yuga. We have reached into Kalaha Yuga. Okay, the age of quarreling. Okay, and where we are falling apart. So again, if you want to have more evidences, this is the Kali Yuga. We can talk about it. We have a lot of proofs. God comes with proofs. He is the intellectuals of intellect. Okay, so it is, there are references in the Bhagavad Gita as well. Okay, Kalpakshe, we are at the end of the Kalpa. The one Kalpa means 4 ages. Okay, one kalpa is 4 ages. Okay, Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, Kalyug, there is the one cycle of it. Okay, and this the duration of this cycle is only 5,000 years, not billions and billions of years, millions of years, which we are really believing it. That wrong belief have really made us lazy and careless, basically not to make spiritual effort because we think we still have so much time. No, we don't have much time. We have very minimum amount of time, less than even 15 years. Okay, I know you won't believe me right now, but even though you don't believe, at least it creates alertness. Even for the timing, it is a reality. Even if you don't believe, if you start believing it, then you will have alertness within you. Actually, it's only bringing the benefit. Okay, because right now, this is the time of extreme darkness and ignorance. Scriptures have been degraded. Okay, sorry, have gone to the four stages. Okay, just like in the milk, you add a trace of poison. Doesn't matter how much milk you add, the poison is still going to be there. Okay, so there is falsity and falsity everywhere. Unrighteousness is there. Um, okay, we have become unrighteous as well. Okay, in the condition. Okay, we used to be deities, all the deities who used to be pure at one time, and they have gone through cycle of birth and death. Okay, in this cycle, it's very, very important to understand. Okay, the ones whoever comes, they don't go in the middle of the cycle. Okay, so one who were the pure souls, okay, they when they came here, they became body conscious, and the more souls came in, they came into the color of the company. Okay, of them. Just think about it. If the angry person, you are a peaceful person, but the 10, 20 angry people you are living with, you adapt the nature. Okay, so the population, the souls, the weak souls or body conscious souls, the number were increasing constantly, and there were few souls who were soul conscious, and by going through cycle of birth and death, the battery discharges, right? Energy also goes from the higher state to the lower state. The soul also loses its energy once it takes the rebirth, and when it comes to time, okay, just after 2,500 years, reaches at the in the middle, it becomes body conscious. Okay, and during this time, God does not come throughout the cycle. I know that you have a lot of questions because what you have read so far, you think God comes in every ages, and there's so many other beliefs. The cycle is billions of years. All these 6 things are topic of conversation. These things have to be cleaned up, okay, in order to really meditate, have the detachment stage, because that's not real. So God comes and tells us the reality right now. Okay, so very, very important. So we don't even know the 3 types of karma, lot of things. We are so much uneducated. All things has to be connected together in order to consider complete reality. Okay, so this is completely flows very beautifully with each other, helps us really realize us who we are. Okay, if you learn how to connect it and don't get bound by what you have been thinking all along the way. All right, so in here, so we become the deities become ordinary human beings. Okay, so all the deities we are worshipping, they are in this world. Okay, and they have become ordinary human beings. They have colored by the company. They have been colored by the company, and this is the time we have reached in this day at the end of the cycle. Okay, and this is the time. How do we recharge? Okay, then this everybody has become false. Okay, the information has become false. Human beings have become false. Okay, the vices have been its extreme. Okay, there is no purity as such. So this is the time. Okay, this is the time we say the extreme ignorance, and during the time of unrighteousness. Okay, when mind becomes completely scattered. Okay, this is called the greatest night of ignorance, which we call Shivaratri as well. Okay, at that time, God Himself comes us and awaken us. Okay, so this is that time God says, I come and establish the religion, destroy irreligion. I bring the irreligious ones back to the religion. Okay, so God has come. Change is only possible when we connect with God. We can able to restore our original self by burning the impurity. Okay, so this is the time we say, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvavati bharat abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamiham. God has come. Okay, God comes during this time of extreme irreligiousness. Okay, you can say unrighteousness as well. Okay, so he's here as a kalpantkari at this time. That is a good news. Okay, he is here again to help us become deity again, which we were. Okay, doesn't matter which religion you belong to. Okay, you don't know, you have become a deity soul. Now we have unrighteousness, vices, we become demon. So now God is here to again make us become deity. Okay, so Jagat Viparivartate. God is the one who comes and unite everyone. Okay, on the basis of what? The truth, right? We say all along the way, God is truth, God is truth. When He is giving the true information, why is it hard for us to recognize Him? Right? Ask your heart, ask the soul. Forget about what you have been believing. Just use your intellect and connect with yourself as a soul. Okay, with the information of the truth you have received. What does the soul say? Okay, can't this be truth? Okay, which is uniting everyone, right? So God is here to give us the most elevated aim of becoming a deity. He is here to transform the world from iron age to golden age. Okay, from impure to pure, make it disordered to ordered. Okay, vicious to viceless, falsehood to truth. Okay, he's here. Actually, that's a very good news. So golden age is about to come, or iron age is about to go. God is here in this world. The moment we have been waiting all along the way, He is here. He can only be recognized on the basis of truth. Okay, Khuda. Khuda, it is known as He comes on His own. This is the auspicious time of Sangam Yuga, end of the Kali Yuga and the beginning of the new age, which is also called as Diamond Age. Okay, so right now we are at the Diamond Age. It's a very, very, very auspicious time, and we only have few years left. Okay, so this is not time to waste. We should now make an effort to recognize God at this time. Okay, this study requires a lot of patience. You will not recognize overnight, because you have been telling you will recognize God on basis of truth. Okay, look at this. Your belief system and what you want, okay, in the physical sense is different. You want God to give the physical miracles, then only you will believe. But all along the way, you have been believing, I can only recognize God based on the truth. Okay, so that's why God is here. This is the true information He's giving you to recognize Him. Okay, that's why it says in the day of judgment, okay, God descends into this world, give us divine knowledge, okay, to uplift us out of grave. That's why they have in the scriptures, they believe, right? In Quran and Bible, it has said, right, that God comes and takes us out, but it's not in the physical sense. This is from the sleep of ignorance. Okay, so he comes us and makes us pure. Okay, so this is the judgment time has arrived where He is here. Okay, and He's giving us that correct knowledge. Okay, so this cycle repeats. There are a lot of references. The cycle is 5,000 years long. You will see a video about it. If you want more proofs, you can contact us. We have a lot of proofs. Okay, so very, very important. I want to end this session with this beautiful story. Think about it. Okay, you are a child of a king. Therefore, let's say there is a child of a king. Okay, and he's kidnapped by wolf. Okay, and when he was born and he grew up with the wolf, he adapted the behavior of the wolf. Okay, and one day king finds the prince. Okay, and when he sees, oh, how his hair and nails, how his appearance is, how dirty it is, how he's behaving like a wolf. Okay, how his face was begreen with dust. And that time what he does, okay, and what he does to change him, okay, he instills that education in him, right, with the information of the truth. He changes, right, him by reminding him constantly, giving the sustenance that who you are, right, based on the true information. He awakens him and he teaches him. Okay, he activates his memory, who you are. Okay, and then and that way prince now recollects the memory and starts behaving like a prince. Similarly, okay, we, human soul as a child of God, we have been separated from him since long time. We have been wondering. We just we have made each other basically kind of we have made each other as strangers. First, we were seeing each other as one family, and that's why we divided ourselves. We became puppets of the senses. Okay, we have created so much information that is falling us apart in a lot of different divisions. Our behavior, conduct, eating habits, okay, have become unrighteous. So God says, "Oh child, now you are really my child. Okay, you have once enjoyed purity, peace, and prosperity. Okay, golden palaces in heaven. Because of your long association with the body in the course of several lives, you became attached to the body and have forgotten who you really are, and have identified yourself with the body." Okay, so history repeats itself. God is here to awaken us. Time is money, so please don't waste this time. Because more we wait, time is not going to give us an opportunity, and we are not going to become soul conscious with the information we are carrying. Okay, so very, very important. Ignorance, lack of true knowledge, bad color of the company, past body conscious sanskars, loosened mind driven by the senses have made us impure. Okay, degradation of the soul. So only way we can able to uplift is the complete and true information and connection with God. That is what meditation is, living each and every moment with recognizing God and connecting soul with him, okay, and experience his gift, okay, his inheritance that he has brought for us. All right. So we'll move on to the next session, covering all the beliefs, misbeliefs we have been carried, due to which we are not able to see the truth that God is presenting. We are going to prove give you the evidences. It's up to you, want to believe it or not. Okay. Longer we wait, our fortune, we are losing our fortune. Our fortune is in our hand. Okay. All right. Best wishes. Om Shanti.